AO.com. Today I will be reviewing my Indesit cooker. On the top here, as you can see, there are 4 zones. The bottom left one is the one that should heat up quicker than the rest, but sadly doesn't. Moving on down to the control panel, we start off with the timer. And sadly this has never worked, which isn't very handy. Then we move over to the grill, the cooker and the controls for the 4 zones on the hob. Next we move down to the grill. As you can see, there is plenty of room in there. We use this mainly for cheese on toast, grilling fish, sausages, bacon and so on in there, so that is very handy. And moving on down to the main cooker, we have 2 shelves and you can move them, sort of adjust them as you need to, which is very handy when I'm baking. Sadly, I think you can see there's not a lot of room in there, and as there's 4 of us now, really could do with it being slightly bigger, especially when cooking a Sunday roast. At the moment I'm having to do some of it in the microwave to help things along. As you can see, or I hope, at the back there isn't a fan, so it's very difficult sometimes to get the food to cook evenly, which is a nightmare, especially when cooking things like meat, where it's very important that it's cooked through thoroughly. And also when I'm baking, sponges don't always rise very well in there, which isn't so good. And another thing about the cooker is it's a nightmare to clean. I try and get in the habit of giving it a good wipe round every time I use it. Doesn't always happen, and what ends up happening is it really sticks to the sides there, and it doesn't take long for that to build up, and it is then a nightmare, an absolute nightmare to get off the sides. A lot of hot sort of soapy water and scrubbing, which isn't ideal, and even then you don't always get all of it off, which doesn't look very nice. The cooker itself is coming up to 8 years old now and is obviously showing signs of wear and tear. As I mentioned, one of the zones at the top doesn't heat up very well, and the timer, I don't think that's ever worked. I don't remember it working anyway. And also food's not cooking very evenly. So it would be really, really lovely to have a new cooker, as I love to cook and to bake. And it would be just a joy to do it all again in a brand new oven. Thank you, AO.com.